Guild Wars 2 is an upcoming MMORPG by ArenaNet and NCSoft, being released hopefully by the end of 2011. This is my list of top 10 reasons to be interested in Guild Wars 2. Keep in mind I didn't say top 10 reasons to buy it. I'm just saying it looks like it's going to be a big deal, and here's why. Number 10. Production quality. This is an obtuse one, and I'll get to the good ones in a sec, but this is a deal breaker to me. I've played many MMOs in the past, and they've all been compared to the mighty World of Warcraft. Almost all of them have failed to live up to its standard, and you can tell almost immediately if it fails. World of Warcraft's controls are tight, the user interface is slick and responsive, and everything feels right. This is due to its production quality. If a game doesn't live up to that expected quality, it's doomed to fail. Look at Warhammer Online. Sluggish controls, awkward UI, strange graphical qualities and glitches. It couldn't live up to WoW standards. Guild Wars 2 has that expected quality. The controls are responsive, the UI is slick, and everything feels right. This is an MMO made to the standards we expect of an MMO released in 2011. Right off the bat, you can tell this is something better. Number 9. Music by Jeremy Soule. Music is ridiculously important when it comes to games. Did you know it's the leading cause of nostalgia? Jeremy Soule is doing the music for Guild Wars 2. This is the guy responsible for the music for Icewind Dale, Knights of the Old Republic, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. He's been described as the John Williams of video game music. He also did the music of the original Guild Wars. ArenaNet has only given us a taste of the music so far, but it sounds great. It's a variation on the Norn theme from Guild Wars. The man knows how to make epic fantasy music. All I can say is I can't wait to hear it. Number 8. Content scaling. This is something that MMORPGs have been seriously lacking. If I'm a fantastic player and have exceptional skill, I should have the choice to tackle higher difficulty content and be rewarded for doing so. Likewise, if I'm a new player or someone who isn't as skilled, there should be less difficult content for me to enjoy. This is content scaling. Guild Wars 2 has systems in place to allow you to take on more difficult encounters if you so choose. We'll be able to fight enemies much higher level than us, provided we can avoid their attacks and skills. We'll also be able to choose to go back to lower level content and have it scaled up for us, just in case you wanted to experience that area or even help a friend out. If things are getting too hairy for you, other people can help you, forming impromptu parties without needing to invite people. Finally, a game where I can choose my difficulty. Number 7. Dynamic events. Quests in Guild Wars 2 work a little differently than other MMOs. There's no set path through a zone. You can explore the world and the quests come to you. You can be having a drink in a tavern when suddenly someone will warn you of an impending attack on the town. If you fail to protect the town, it will become occupied. If you succeed, the town may honor you with a statue and give you special rewards or benefits. Dynamic events are going to be a lot of fun because you don't know what to expect. This is important in games, because not knowing what comes next makes the experience an adventure. I don't want to go through a preset quest path, I just want to do my own thing. Number 6. Dynamic combat. By dynamic combat, I'm referring to not standing around taking turns beating on each other. Guild Wars 2's combat consists of dodging, blocking, using skills, and positioning. There is no auto attack. If an enemy is telegraphing a huge attack, you can get out of the way to avoid being hit. Characters with shields can get behind their shield to avoid attacks. If you're quick, you can dodge around and behind your enemies. Ranged characters will need to employ careful positioning in their environment. If you see a barrel, you can pick it up and use it as a weapon. An elementalist can cast a wall of fire, while a ranger can fire arrows through it for burning damage. The combat in this game is going to be seriously awesome. Number 5. No monthly fee. The benefits of free-to-play pretty much speak for themselves. Normally, free-to-play MMOs have a low production quality or charge you in some other way. Guild Wars 2 will probably follow the Guild Wars 1 method of having a lot of expansion packs. They're also going to employ microtransactions that won't affect character power. I've heard somewhere that character services, like transfers, will be free, but I can't confirm that. Overall, free-to-play, awesome. Number 4. Scale and art. This is something that I think goes underappreciated in games. Just look at this city. They've made it look exactly like the concept art, and it looks enormous. Or look at this pyramid in the sky. All of the environments I've seen in this game look like they have a sense of scale. Games that are going for an adventurous feeling need more of this. A sense of scale gives the impression that you're part of a bigger picture. This is downright epic. Another thing is that Guild Wars 2 won't allow players to fly. You might think that's a bad thing, but it's not. Giving players the ability to fly takes away the sense of scale in the world. Environments can't be imposing when you can just fly over them. It also allows you to bypass content, which kills any threat of danger. There's something to be said about the scale in Guild Wars 2. Environments in the distance begin to look like pieces of concept art, which, along with looking awesome, serves as a good optimization method, and I think that's amazingly good design. Number 3. Player vs. player. The PvP system in Guild Wars 2 is looking pretty good. There's plenty of options for casual and competitive PvPers. They've designed areas for world PvP right from level 1, so you could level a character to max level entirely with PvP. In world PvP, every week 3 realms are matched up against each other and ranked after battle. This is going to encourage some serious community, as everyone on your realm is going to have to work together. This is different from games where you're up against an opposite faction and always fighting the same players, often completely unbalanced. It's also different from WoW's Battleground system, which randomizes members of a given team from various realms. In world PvP, there is no limit to how many players can be in the battle, so if you want your realm to win, you're going to have to pull together. Number 2. Weapons and abilities. The hotbar in Guild Wars 2 is small, which has put a lot of people off of the game. How will I fit all my skills on there? These people don't understand that this isn't World of Warcraft. This is how it works. On the left bar, the first 2 abilities are determined by your main hand weapon, and the last 2 are your offhand weapon. The third one is a combination, which means if you have 2 swords, or a dagger and a sword, it'll be a completely different ability. Keep in mind that Guild Wars 2 has a quick weapon switch, so you're actually getting 10 abilities on your left bar. The right bar is your self-heal ability and your utility skills, like traps and such. This is a great system because it means you can use whatever weapons fit your playstyle. You can be an only bows ranger or an only melee ranger, or a little of both. And number 1, no tanks, no healers, no DPS. This is my biggest reason for being interested in Guild Wars 2. There are no healers, no tanks, no DPS, it's just the classes. Gone are the days of waiting 45 minutes for someone who plays a specific role to come along. What if all of your friends don't want to play healers? This also means that players are responsible for themselves. If someone is dying repeatedly, they're either not dodging the boss's attacks or using their self-heal. Of course there's going to be teamwork involved. All of the classes have the ability to support one another. But this means that the responsibility is spread out amongst players. You won't wipe just because one single player didn't do their job. It's a team effort. Winning or losing is dependent on everyone involved, and that's why I'm excited for Guild Wars 2. This has been Alex Ridiculous.